The Kamala Harris bait and switch rally in Houston, Texas should go down in history as one of the worst nights in American history. At first, it started off with pro-Palestinian protesters, then I started getting freaky-deaky because we all thought we were going to get a free Beyonce concert. Well, that was a lie. People started crashing out left and right. This is another person that needed medical attention. Then Willie Nelson went up there and sang a song about weed or something. I'm not even sure. Then another person's crashed out right at the front row. I mean, it's like, what is going on? Everybody's just collapsing. This guy started collapsing and crashing out, and people don't know if it's because of the lights or because he's boosted, but it got wild. He got carried out. And then, of course, Kamala and Beyonce, they hug on stage, but everybody's pissed off because this is at the end of Beyonce not performing. So as soon as she walked off stage, everybody left. Literally. As soon as Beyonce walked off stage, everybody headed for the exit. Rightfully so, because it was a bait and switch. Kamala Harris lied to us and said that we're going to see Beyonce. False. Now you had the disruptors come out. This guy had a Trump flag. Now this other guy's a small hero, just yelling at her, calling all kinds of names that she deserves to hear. He gets kicked out, of course, rightfully so, because all these freaking boosted people are psycho. And then Kamala just kind of walks off stage and the whole thing's over. And then the Palestinian protesters were saying, Kamala's number one. Kamala's number one. And I disagreed with him. This guy really loves Kamala. Kamala's number one. But then we had this delicious hot dog to just, top off the night. She was loving it. I was loving it. What a night.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself, why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Primetime with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and we got a great episode. We got Sean Hibbeler coming on to talk about the inconsistencies of the Michael Jackson victims, and we're going to expose the lies that these people were just trying to take money from the Michael Jackson estate and were not actually victims. But before we get into all that, I have to welcome on a very special guest, the one, the only, Vidar Lunde and his dad, Olev. Why are you walking off? Olev, why are you walking off, Olev? Olev, kneel down, yes. Now move the camera a little. Hurry, 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 Nate! These are my Swedish best friends in the world. Vidar is a comedian, he's an artist, but his dad is a sculptor. So, guys, what did you guys think about the studio so far? Do you like it?
Yeah,
it's fucking cool,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, the
Really
movie RoboCop was filmed here, and listen to this. They blew up a gas station in downtown, and it caught a building on fire next to it. So the city stopped giving tax breaks, so they stopped filming a lot of movies here, so that's how we got it for so cheap. That's a true story, so. Yes, so that's what's going on here.
Man. That's the way to do
Okay,
it.
now, the reason why I wanted your dad on set real quick, we have to have a little help. We need to sign this waiver. If you can sign this waiver, if you can read it, Olev, I mean, if you can read it, Vidar, can you, it might be hard, I don't know, I know it's in English, but can you read what that says?
I, Vidar, agree to participate in Prime Time with Alex Stein. Assumptions of risk. I understand the show involves inherent risk of bodily injury.
Yes.
Even though my body is already mangled beyond the imagination.
Yes, it still can get the other person
And
get
there's
hurt.
nothing Alex could do to make it worse. That's fucking true, though.
There you go. Okay, so at least we legally agreed to that. We have to do this for legal reasons. And then what's the last one you got to read? You can sue anybody except for who? You got to read the last part.
I hereby release and hold harmless Blaze, Alex, and all his producers, except Jimmy, who also poops his pants.
Yeah, Jimmy, why would you say that about your pants, Jimmy?
It was the lawyer. The lawyer told me to put that
Jimmy, he's
in.
don't even sign that. I didn't, Jimmy, why would you say
Well,
that?
you forgot the last one.
In front of Olev, his father, Jimmy. Okay, now if we can zoom out
Number
real quick.
3 was the best one.
Now, can we take a wide shot? Can we take the wide camera now? I don't want to be insensitive. Is the reason why I'm sitting here with you in a wheelchair is not to try to poke fun at, but I want to empathize that it is hard. Yeah, just throw that. It's a stupid calendar. What I'm saying is, Vidar, it is a very challenging life to have this, and I want to be able to relate to you and see what you go through, because my life, I'm like 300 pounds. I live a very docile life. I just sit and I eat, and I see you, and it makes me feel guilty for a lot of my actions. So I would like to be more like you, Vidar. I look at you as a model of perseverance.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Now we're exactly the same now.
Yeah, we are,
Except,
basically.
I mean,
I mean, the whole show, we're going to do it like this in honor of you to empathize with you, and so we can relate. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, though, Vidar. So now you're from Sweden, and now you're living in Austin?
Yeah, I'm living both in Sweden and Austin, doing
So
like,
you're an illegal immigrant.
fuck yeah, man.
Okay, so Jimmy, call ICE. We're gonna have you deported out of here on set.
Got it.
Jimmy, do you have ICE on speed dial?
Oh yeah, come on, they're one of my favorites.
You're getting deported, Olev. So you're an illegal immigrant. Yes. Well, guys, I know a place where y'all can vote. Do you guys want to vote in the election?
Yeah, man.
Do y'all want to vote? Olev, I got a place. Jimmy, tell them the place in Oak Cliff, the voting place where they let the illegals vote. We're gonna take them there after the show. I think they're open 24/7 too.
Yeah.
Vidar, do you smoke marijuana?
I smoke everything.
No. Olev, you let him smoke some weed like that? No. So how does he? You're just sitting there and he's ripping the bong like that?
I'm not there all the time, so yeah.
I like to smoke a little bit too, if we're telling the truth. But what about tequila? You ever drink tequila? No, you don't drink this.
I drink till I hit curbs, dude.
No, you drink and drive on that thing.
Dude, I drink and drive fucking into the ditch, man.
Wow, Vidar's a badass, Jimmy. You don't even drink and drive hardly, Jimmy.
Not recently.
No,
Not since
Jimmy.
the incident.
Jimmy got in trouble. He got a DUI with his baby in the car, and they took his baby. CPS took his baby. They did. He's not getting the baby back. You miss your daughter, don't you, Jimmy?
I do.
I hope his wife's watching tonight.
What? She was drunk in the car too. I mean that's why they lost the baby. If she would have been sober, they'd still have baby Tiff. But yeah, he lost his daughter in a horrible DWI. He's a great employee though. Terrible personal life.
Terrible person. Great employee there.
He is a good employee. That's why I keep him on here. But his personal life is collapsing, right, Jimmy? Can you tell us?
Absolutely. This is the best part of my day.
Is when I bring up your DWI and how you lost your daughter and everything.
Yeah.
All right, do we have an ad, Jimmy?
Well, we kind of got a lot to get to before the ad.
We do, but do we even have an ad today?
Yeah, we got
Okay, thank God.
Kalshi.
All right, now, Vidar, when you vote illegally, I don't want you to vote for this candidate. Now, let's play shot number 1 of Joe Biden calling half the country garbage.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Well, let me tell you something. Him calling everybody garbage, I don't like that. Have you ever been to Puerto Rico, though? There is a trash problem. They have issues getting the trash off the island. So what do you think about that as an illegal immigrant? Does that make you not want to vote for Donald Trump because of that?
It makes me want to vote double for Donald Trump, too.
You do like Trump? What do they? Do they like in Trump? In Sweden, do they like Trump?
Yeah, dude. We're fucking MAGA 2024, dude.
No, you're not. You're MAGA. They put on the MAGA hat.
Dude, I'm broken. You have to do it for me.
Wait, do you want to wear the MAGA hat? Hold on. You want to endorse this? Look at this. Just real quick. I don't want to mess up your hair. Look at this, Jimmy. We got the MAGA hat.
Yeah.
Look, we got matching MAGA hats. Look at the camera. Let me get. Look, mine's Make Dallas Great Again. Vidar's like Make America Great Again. Okay, badass. All right. You want to keep it on or do you want me to take it off?
I can have it on now.
Okay, your hair looks nice, so I don't want to mess up your hair. And that makeup lady was vibing with you. She was nice. Vidar, did you like her?
Yeah, we had sex after.
No, you did not. Don't say that. We're going to get in trouble with HR.
I mean, I did not.
Jimmy, did you let Vidar seduce the makeup lady, Jimmy?
I mean, you told me to treat our guests well, and he has,
I was treated very
I just turned
very
away.
well.
I didn't see anything.
Full service, dude.
Vidar, why am I so sick in my head that I look at you and you're very thin and I'm jealous? I know that you don't have. I'm dead serious. I'm not even kidding. I look at you and I know that you're stricken with an issue that makes it hard in your life challenging. But you're so thin. You do look like Mick Jagger. You're a very handsome guy.
It's the best part, dude.
Do you get a lot of chicks because you are in good shape?
Dude, I'll be fucking dude.
No.
Fuck you.
Are you serious? So you're smashing a bunch of hoes in that chair?
Dude, this chair, you see all these like spots and everywhere?
Yeah, there's stains all over it.
Straight up cum. It's all
That's
cum,
ejaculate?
Dude. Yeah, it's all cum and pussy juice.
Damn. And I believe it because you have a good build. I mean, do the women though? I mean, do you ever feel like they're using you though? Like maybe that they're like, I want to be with a guy with an affliction. Like there's that you've seen that couple Squirmy and Groobs. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
He's a guy that's a quadriplegic and he's with a hot babe.
Yeah.
Jimmy, pull up Squirmy and Groobs real quick. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I actually don't, but I'm gonna learn something new today.
Go to YouTube right now and type in Squirmy and Groobs. Hurry, Jimmy.
Squirmy and Grooves.
Yeah, it should come up. Something like that.
Squirmy and Grubs.
Yes. Now look at this. Can you pull that up on the Zoom?
Oh, gosh.
Pull it up on the Zoom, Jimmy.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing Zoom share. I'll get it up.
Oh my gosh, Jimmy, why is it when you're a producer of a show, all I want to do is pull up something extemporaneously, and it's like pulling teeth, and Jimmy went to Princeton, so Jimmy thinks he's so smart, and he thinks he can't even pull up one damn thing on the show.
On the sauce again, dude.
Like everything before the show, they expect me to just know exactly what I'm going to say and when I'm going to say it so that we can plan every frame of it. Yet Jimmy can't even pull something up. TikTok, Jimmy, TikTok. And then, listen,
Here, how about this? Let's watch the ballot box fire video.
Oh, I don't want to play. I'd rather not play this. I don't. Or you're going to play this video, Jimmy? I told you.
We have to.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with this video.
Well, I think the world deserves to know.
What the fuck am I watching?
Some crazy person went to a liberal city and they lit a bunch of ballots on fire in a voting drop box. Only a sick, disgusting pervert would do something like that.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked up.
It is. And you know, it's crazy. I was in Portland that night. I really was.
Yeah.
I really, really was. Jimmy, take that off the screen.
Oh, sorry. I thought I cut that last part.
A lot of people are saying that I lit that ballot box on fire. You know what I say to that? I did burn it. I'd burn all those ballots, and I don't give a damn because you're not going to vote for Kamala Harris on my watch. You liberal losers. You need to freaking stop transitioning your damn daughter and stop bringing us into Marxism and socialism. You freaks. Yeah, I'm going to burn your ballots. I should have burned down that whole damn city while I was there, but I just didn't have enough gasoline. But Portland's nice. You ever been to Portland?
Yeah, Portland's. I haven't been. I should go there.
It's nice.
It looked fucking nice in the video there, yeah. Just people burning shit everywhere.
It was very fun. They burned down the courthouse. You can just burn stuff. It's legal there.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Who do you think, Vidar? Who do you think is the spiciest Spice Girl?
Honestly, I would do all of them.
You would, but who's the spiciest? Who would leave you with the most spice in your mouth? Do you know any of the Spice Girls?
Barely, dude.
You don't know one Spice Girl?
Barely, dude.
Do you not? Come on, this is a test. You don't know one Spice Girl's name, Vidar.
The one on the America's Got Talent.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Do they not have the Olaf? Do they not have the Spice Girls in Sweden?
We had, I'm fucking 23.
How old are you?
I'm 23, dude.
He's 23, so he doesn't even know about the Spice Girls! They're the greatest women's group of all time, and the spiciest of them all is Scary Spice. She was the right.
Scary Spice,
you nailed it. She is. So you got that right. Hit the ding.
Ding.
I don't know. They can't ever hit a ding. Okay, that's the applause. Okay, Jimmy, did you find Squirmy and Groobs yet? Let's show Squirmy and Groobs. It's not disturbing, Jimmy. Go to their YouTube. Okay, Jimmy. We're live on a show right now, and you're doing a CAPTCHA contest. So you ever seen this guy, Squirmy and Groobs?
Yeah, I've seen, yeah.
He's with a hot babe. So are you with hot babes too like this? Is there women that just want to bang you guys?
Dude, that's every day for me, dude.
And they're as hot. Like, this woman is attractive. She is objectively pretty, and she's not 400 pounds. She's in decent shape. She
should change to me instead.
Have you ever, but you've seen this guy's page? How many subscribers?
1.79 million.
He has 1.7. Why aren't you making, okay, now show us a little bit. I don't know if you can show the share screen and us. That would be nice, but I guess that's impossible we can't comment on it and show us. There we go.
There we go, dude.
Now, you see this, 1.7 million people. Vidar, why are you not making content with you and a hot babe? If you got all these, you got semen stains
I'm
all
already
over your damn
making,
truck.
I'm making porn, dude, man.
Look at that. Look at her changing him.
Is this a porno?
No, it's not. And this is on YouTube, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. No wonder it has a lot of views.
Is there a crippled
She just
version
got
of
in her
Pact?
underwear like that?
Yeah. All right, let's see. Here's the other bump. I wonder what weird stuff happens here.
It's not weird, Jimmy. This is a.
You're right. It's beautiful. Excuse me.
Is there pornos for cripples?
Yeah. Do they have special pornography with disabled people, Vidar?
If they have, I do
You've never
not
seen
want
that?
to see that, dude.
So there's an opportunity.
There's not
here.
like an OnlyFans. Have you ever thought about doing OnlyFans?
I have OnlyFans now.
You do?
Yeah, top 1%.
No, Jimmy. Did you check out Vidar's OnlyFans? for
I
us?
did, and it went against terms of service, unfortunately. But
Oh,
good stuff,
shit,
Vidar.
You can't show that.
It's peace.
Is he packing heat?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, left leg. It's
That
not
big?
even leg, man.
It's that big.
I have one leg. That's why I'm in a wheelchair, dude.
That's crazy because my genitals, it's actually, I don't want to get too graphic, but I was injured in a fire and now they don't, they look horribly mangled. But, you know, Vidar,
It's like my body.
kind of, but I do want to say this, that like, I feel like people don't know this, I'm colorblind. And in a way, being colorblind is probably worse than being a quadriplegic. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, most definitely. Like, you must have a fucking hard life, dude.
When I like
Hard
drive,
life.
I can't tell between the red or the green light. I only can drive because I know the sequence of them. Could you
Yeah.
imagine what that's like?
No, never. Like, I wouldn't want to be you, man. That's such a
Wouldn't
fucking
want-
hard
would
life.
not
dude.
want to be colorblind.
No,
It's one of
man.
the biggest disabilities that could ever be imposed on a person.
Your life must be horrific, dude.
It is pretty bad. I
Yeah.
can't see the color green. I can't even see what color your hat is. Is that a green hat, Jimmy, or is that a gray hat?
I think it's gray.
Yeah, it just looks
Yeah.
gray to me. My whole life looks gray, but you're an artist. You can see in color.
I can see in color, dude.
Yeah, see, you're
Yeah,
you're,
my
you're
life
more
is-
able
yeah,
than me. In a
I'm
way,
more able-bodied.
in a way, you can say that you have more ability than me.
Yeah, man. I'm the lucky one. I'm the lucky one.
George, can you put us two in a $2 together?
See?
I
This
just-
guy can see color.
I'm.
That guy is handicapped.
That's what I'm saying. You can see perfectly. Like when I look at OnlyFans, it just looks like a gray blob. I can't even see boobs. I mean, can you imagine that? You have an OnlyFans, you get to at least see everything. I can see nothing. When there's no joy in it. That's why I don't look at anything sexual because it just looks like my jacket. It's just a gray blob and stuff.
Yeah, it's. You must have a horrible life, dude. It's,
Can you give me tips on how to overcome that? Because you are so positive. And I feel like I get caught in a negative loop sometimes because I can't
honestly, I don't think there is anything you can do about it.
smoke marijuana.
Yeah, if you smoke like enough, I think you can maybe get your color vision back again.
Have you ever done smelling salts?
Man, okay.
These are really strong. You can kind of
Let's
smell them
fucking
from
go,
here.
dude.
Just kind of smell them. Just do not smell them too strong. Just kind of, not too close.
Dude, I'm not a
Can you
pussy.
do that?
Okay.
Do you know what that is,
Okay.
Vidar? Now you know what we're doing. Now you know what we're doing. And we're doing it big, and we're doing it big, and we're smelling that salt, and it ain't my fault. And we're doing it big, and we're doing it big. Let me get a hit. Let me get a hit. Let me hit that. Woo! Oh! It smells like a swimming pool's in my nose.
Ugh. I think I'm
Woo! Vidar! I feel like I can walk. It's a miracle. All right. Whew.
I mean, fucking one more hit and I can walk.
Yeah. Well, do you want some more? Do you might need to? Oh, did we get a big super chat, James?
We got a couple super chats.
chat.
One expired from Bad Buddhist. I remember Vidar from Austin. He's awesome.
Vidar is awesome. That's what I'm
And
showing.
then,
His dad's
this-
awesome too.
And then this one, The Peeper. Alex, there's a black guy called Bert on Fish Tank Season 3 that reminds me of Darius. He talks just like Darius, and he's a super SEX freak like Darius. Are you going to be on Season 3, Pimp?
Yes, I am supposed to make a cameo. I don't know when. We don't know where. We don't know how. So I'll just be very vague. But this season is going to be a magical season. Bert is his name, and I think you've already caught him cranking it 3 times in the first hour that he was inside the house.
I think he's up to about 5 now. I think someone's tracking it.
He's masturbated 5 times on the 24/7 live cam show.
Well, I don't think he knows it's 24/7 live yet, so he'll find out about that. You gonna try and break his record on that?
Maybe they should tell him, hey, production wants to stop watching you jack it on camera.
Or do you think they're like, let's see how many times he goes? Maybe they're just impressed by the virility.
That's true.
Has he been busting?
I assume so. You think he's just edging?
Probably.
Just to stay hard, so he looks good for the camera.
Just to keep his
Keep the
edge.
edge,
Just stay
man,
Just stay on
in the
edge.
game. Yeah, just stay in the game. Sometimes you don't want to just. It's like going to a casino. You don't just bet it all on black. You just kind of want to play a few smaller hands and see how long you can go.
Just building up his energy.
Yeah, he's just on the edge. All right, guys, who will win the presidential election? I'd bet both my legs that Trump will win. Jimmy, they're going to see this. Can we show a 2-box at least while we read this? Okay. Not if Jimmy has to be in it. Thank you. If so, Kamala pulls off the upset, I'll be looking like a plus-size version of our guest. Kalshi is the first and only legal prediction market in the United States. After years of working with federal government, Kalshi got historical regulatory approval from the CFTC that enabled it to offer a new asset class called event contracts, which allowed traders to take positions on whether a future event will happen or not, like with stocks or commodities. People can now trade on any event that has economic or social relevance to them. People use these markets to make money from their opinions/knowledge or to hedge risks that they may face. Additionally, when people trade on a question like who will win the U.S. presidency, Kalshi gets really accurate forecasts of whether the event will happen or not. Kalshi is the first legal and regulated place to trade on the outcome of the real-world United States election. Invest in your opinion about who will win. Make trades from $1 to $100 million. Get started with a $20 cash bonus. Kalshi will give you a Kalshi credit after your first trade. Join today by going to Kalshi.com/Alex. It's Kalshi.com/Alex. Use your promo code. And somebody, please, Vidar, tell them somebody to use that promo code because they didn't hardly use any of our promo codes so far, and they're thinking about cutting our ads.
Go fucking use the promo code, dude. Use it. It's the best promo code in the world right now.
And
that's the rumor, at least. Even in Sweden, we know about the promo code.
You do know about the promo code in Sweden. See, that's
Everyone
how big the promo code is, but you guys don't use it. And then I talked to Kalshi representatives. They're going to put on there whether AOC is going to announce her pregnancy in 2025 or not. I'm going to bet big on yes. There's a rumor that I knocked up AOC, and the rumors are true.
Well, dab it up, man. Oh, yeah, fuck, man, broke it. Oh yeah, that's a good dab, man.
That is a good dab.
That's a good dab.
Now is our next guest ready?
We're connecting with him right now.
Okay, let's go through B block now. Vidar, we wanted to show you some of the most influential people that are also in a chair. First one, do you know who this guy is? This is Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people said, hey, you're not going to be able to be governor. You're in a chair. And what did he do? He overcame that and became the governor of the most powerful state in America. Pretty good wheelchair guy. How would you rate him on this list? We're going to go through a list. I want you to rate who is the best man to ever grace a wheelchair. Do you mind doing that?
I can, yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, cool.
Should I vote compared to me or?
Yeah, just compared to you or your life. You know, comparison's a thief of joy, so maybe don't compare him to yourself, but compare him to each other. Now, full screen number 5, you know this guy, astrophysicist Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, and Mr. Epstein Island.
He did go to Epstein Island, but he also didn't just sleep with children. He had sex with adult women, too.
That's true.
But a lot of children before that and during that. Jimmy, did you know that he was on Epstein Island, Jimmy?
I heard that, yeah.
And you're going to put him on the list of top people in a wheelchair? You think that wouldn't have...
Well, I wanted him to rate it, so I was hoping it would be a
So he's the
rating.
lowest. Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to say he's the lowest.
I don't know.
Okay, this next guy...
Was the children hot?
I don't know. This is Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and he was not a
Who the fuck's
pedophile.
that?
That's
Rose.
FDR.
Oh, yeah, now I see.
And Jimmy, didn't FDR go to your school or something?
I think he taught there. I don't know if he attended.
He taught there. He probably taught.
Woodrow Wilson went to Princeton.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. Yeah, Woodrow Wilson.
He's canceled.
That got canceled, and then he reintegrated it. Woodrow Wilson, one of the main graduates from Princeton, that they actually did segregation. They ended segregation, and then when Woodrow Wilson got in power, he re-added segregation, and that's true. Jimmy, isn't that true?
No, that's actually true.
Put us in a 3-box real quick, George. Jimmy, tell him right now. So explain the story better. So Woodrow Wilson we had already gotten rid of segregation and we were all integrated. Is that correct?
Yeah, essentially, America was becoming less racist, and then he got into power and decided to make it more racist again. And he apparently streamed movies in the White House where all white actors wore blackface.
How many did he add? A bunch of water fountains too? Is that true that he spent like millions of dollars to add colored water fountains again?
Yeah. That's where most of the taxes went when he was president.
But that's kind of like an unknown fact about handicapped people.
Yeah, they took down his name from a lot.
Are
of
you
buildings.
racist?
Yeah.
Which race are you most racist to? Chinese people?
Chinese people. We have to.
I like Chinese people, actually. I vibe with Chinese people. I like Chinese food. I eat a lot of Singapore noodles. I eat a lot of vegetable egg rolls. And Chinese women, they're always very kind to me.
After you pay them, or?
No, I don't do that. I'm not. Who is that? The owner of the Chiefs, Robert Kraft, the owner of the Chiefs. The owner of the Patriots, actually got arrested for going into a salon where he was rubbed and tugged by an illegal immigrant like yourself. Not doing the rub and tug, but an illegal immigrant.
Shh, don't tell anyone, dude.
No, you didn't give the rub and tug. I'm just saying you guys are both illegals, and they actually get their passport at these places and they hold them hostage with it. Okay, now this is the number one person to ever be in a wheelchair. Who is that? Lieutenant Dan. So how would you rank this? It goes Lieutenant Dan, number 1, FDR, number 2, Greg Abbott, number 3, and number 4, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
I mean, the Epstein Island kind of fucked. Fucked Stephen now.
All right, speaking of Epstein Island, now let's bring on our next guest. He's an expert when it comes to exposing celebrities and their weird sexual hang-ups and their weird sexual perversion. This guy, Sean Hibbeler, is one of the best documentarians in the game, a guy I'm lucky enough to call my friend, and a guy that is not afraid to have some controversial takes. So let's welcome on the one, the only, Sean Hibbeler. Sean, how you doing, my friend?
What's going on, Alex? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope all is well.
Things are going good, dude. I've been seeing you. I love all your documentaries you put out. Level is the newest level. What's the latest level? I'm just saying, you grind, dude. You grind. What's the latest level, though? What level are we on?
The third one was dropped this past April. It was Level With Me with Eddie Bravo, Bryce Mitchell. You got some big hitters in there.
Bryce Mitchell's a badass. But forget talking about the Earth and the moon landing. Real quick, this is the focus of tonight. We're going to get into that, but Michael Jackson is arguably the biggest celebrity of all time. You made a documentary, I think it's about 4 or 5 years ago, called Entering Neverland. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, it was right after Leaving Neverland came out. I dropped that rebuttal, and it blew up pretty quick. As you know, HBO lies all the time, so it wasn't really hard to debunk that. But I've known this for a very long time, Alex. It's not like the HBO mockumentary forced me in that direction. I've researched this for many, many years. So
and some of these stories are just insane. Now let's play SOT number 3. This is kind of the intro to that documentary that everybody needs to go. We need to put a link to this documentary in the description, Jimmy.
Got it.
Okay, let's play SOT number 3.
He's been treated like dirt.
Michael was much more than a man of song and dance. Michael was a heart that beat for the love of humanity.
All-time best-selling albums in history in the Guinness Book of World Records. Overnight, they called me a freak. They called me a homosexual. They called me a child molester. They said I tried to bleach my skin. They made everything to turn the public against me. Complete conspiracy. You have to know that.
I've slept in the same bed as Michael. It's just you watch cartoons, you fall asleep. It's just a friendship. And I know he would never do anything to hurt my brother. He's the nicest guy you've ever met.
I've been there when these kids have been in Michael's room. I've been there with them. It's just party time. They watch videos, they eat junk food, they play video games. There's nothing more to it than that.
The Jackson family points out to us that your story's changed after Michael's death, is what they're saying. They also believe that if he were still alive, you all would not be sitting here talking to us right now. There would be no movie, there would be no documentary, you would not be talking. What do you say to that? And he can't defend himself, of course, because he's no longer here.
Right.
This isn't the other kids have come forward when he was alive.
Brandon, did you edit out the clip of the lawyer saying you use him as a key character witness?
You said to edit out the lawyer part.
I meant just the lawyer part. I guess I should have been more clear. I wanted just the lawyer part, the other part edited out. All right. Well,
no worries. I can explain it. So,
do you see why that was kind of confusing?
Let me piggyback off the last thing that your audience just heard was James Safechuck. The coattail to Robson. And by the way, Wade Robson's the one. Those two guys are the ones that put the HBO documentary out. And the clip you saw of his sister and his mother, I mean, did you not hear them? So again, it's a disconnect people have because the media has taken over people's minds, as you know. But the last thing that you just heard was other kids have came forward when he was alive. And I go over that in the short film. But the first kid admitted in 2009 that it was a setup. It was an extortion attempt by his father, Jordy Chandler. And then, as we all know, unless you don't know, but, that original kid, the whole thing was a lie and his dad committed suicide.
I think we have a graphic. Do we have that graphic?
We have the clip of him talking about SOT 4.
Okay, let's play SOT 4 real quick, and then we can
them accusing him of just the most horrible things. This kid's father has committed suicide because he just couldn't take it, and now the kid has come forth and said Michael never touched him. That's right.
Father of a boy who back in the early 1990s in a highly publicized case you probably remember accused Michael Jackson of molesting him. Well, that father committed suicide in Jersey City. Peter Thorne is there now live now with the latest on the investigation. Peter?
Jim, just months after Michael Jackson's sudden demise, as you mentioned, another shocking death, and this time, as you said, it is somebody who is closely linked to an infamous
Okay, that's enough of that. So with that, we saw that the first two people, James Safechuck, Wade Robinson, both on record, and then we clipped that part out, but it's the lawyer talking about how Wade Robinson was the key witness 2 times, Michael Jackson's lead character witness, and was cross-examined by California's top state prosecutor, and he did not crack. And not only was he interviewed, but his family, brothers, sisters, moms were interviewed, and they both corroborated the story that he was never touched, never said that he was touched. Then shortly thereafter, when Michael Jackson passes away, Wade Robinson doesn't get this Cirque du Soleil job that he was in line to get, and then now he says that he was touched. Same with James Safechuck, a guy that got a free house, never said that he was molested. Then he sees that Wade Robinson started to get some, traction with this story, and he hired the same attorney that Wade Robinson had. So both those stories are very weird. But then when you come to Jordy Chandler, the guy we were just talking about, his stepdad, as a matter of fact, committed suicide after all this because he felt so guilty. So also, Michael Jackson was investigated for 19 years by the FBI, and they never convicted him or found him of doing anything sexual with a child. So why don't more people know about this? And what other big things are we missing that the public needs to know, Sean?
Yeah, no, that was, you nailed it on the head there. That's for sure. I want your audience to also know that besides those 2 clowns that went out to go get money and try to get a lawsuit with the estate and it just didn't work. I mean, Wade Robinson himself was putting out a all-tell book that no publisher wanted to touch because it's a bunch of inconsistent lies inside the book. It's literally fantasy. He's trying to make a paycheck. And then he jetted off to Hawaii. No one's seen him since that time frame. So I want people to know this, though. This is the fact here. Besides those 2 clowns, as we all know, are lying, they're paid actors, they're trying to get money. There was only 2 kids ever that has ever came forward and said Michael did anything. And again, we just saw the first kid, Jordy Chandler, admitted it. Then his father committed suicide from the guilt. That was done. But the second kid, that's the big one because I believe, what was the name? Alvarez. I forgot the last name of the Hispanic family. Something along those lines, but they, he actually helped this kid
cure his cancer. Yeah, the kid had cancer through. Do we have a clip of that, Brandon? Do we have anything talking to that family? I guess we didn't.
Real quick. His mom this was a setup. Okay. His mom kept taking the family over to Michael's, befriended him, loved all this love back and forth, had public interviews about how great Michael was, that no one stepped in and helped little Gavin, but Michael did, and Michael's the greatest. And they want the kids to call him daddy and all this stuff. And she's milking this cow. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she drops a bomb, because Michael's friends have talked about this. I've heard every interview on this. She's like, hey, go sleep over without me. Because another misconception people have is that some bus of children come and fucking drop drop kids off and go, bye, Billy, bye, Tommy, bye, little boys. We'll see you in a week. And that's what people have programmed in their head based on stand-up comedy, the media, mainstream, everything about Michael Jackson. Someone that stood for something. They don't want that. My point is that never happened. I want your audience to clearly know that. Get that out of your head, that a bus of kids got dropped off at his house and left. When kids came over for cancer or charity events or to play at Neverland Park, their parents were there. The parents were there. Guess what? If they crashed, the parents were there. I don't get where this comes from. I think it's just spun out of control. And that's how, the conspiracy of Michael Jackson's guilty gets in people's minds, is because that's the conspiracy. The fact that he's innocent is a fact.
That is the conspiracy, that he's innocent. And, you had such a great statement in the documentary about how Michael Jackson, not only would he do a lot of charitable things for young people in America, he was constantly traveling. He was an international superstar. And not one allegation did he ever face from a foreign country. He was with kids in hospitals all the time. He's a guy that surrounded himself with children, not just at Neverland Ranch, but he would go to sick hospitals. And everybody said the same thing that they interviewed. This is why I love Michael Jackson, that he's one of the most humble guys they've ever talked to. Yeah, people said he was, different, is a little eccentric, of course, but that he was very humble, and that he would meet the poorest people and the most, it didn't matter somebody's background, that Michael Jackson would treat them the same that he would treat a famous celebrity. So it just makes me sick that there's this whole narrative that Michael Jackson was a child abuser. When you had Macaulay Culkin said he never touched him. You got Corey Feldman said it. I mean, multiple child stars that hung out with him said that Michael Jackson was the nicest, most humble guy, wanted to play video games with him and eat.
I got a question for you, Alex.
Yes.
Do you believe in, energy vibration?
Of course, I'm high vibrational.
Okay, I'm just making sure before I give you this. Yeah. I'm going to give you a 5-minute story down to 45 seconds. Okay. My grandparents, God rest their souls, they were, in their late 90s when they passed, so they had a great life. But way back in the day, this is way back in the day. This is like peak Michael Jackson day. Now, growing up, I knew they didn't like him. It's just a form of, I'm assuming old people are racist naturally. I don't fucking know.
They are. My grandfather is a little racist. Everybody is. Yeah.
I don't understand it now, but it didn't make sense as a kid for sure. But I knew they hated him. It's like they thought that he ruined my family because we all loved him. So they're like, they hate him. Long story short, true story. They were in Vegas. My grandma told me this right before she passed. They were in Vegas, just in the casino. I'm trying to hurry up with this.
No, take your time.
They're in the casino. They're playing, they're doing their thing, whatever.
Playing a slot machine, whatever, having fun.
Playing a slot machine. All of a sudden, they look over and feel this. This is my grandma's words now. They feel this energy that's approaching them in a very ecstatic way, like something's going on. And they look, and everybody looked, she said. Everybody there, it's like, what's going on? Nothing's going on. Within 30 to 45 seconds from there, Michael Jackson's walking into the casino with people, of course, surrounding him, the energy of that. But that's not the energy I wanted to reference. The energy I wanted to reference is that my grandparents, apparently, were trying to reach out for him. Explain that. I thought you hated him, because if I saw Joe Biden or Kamala or Bill Gates, I'm not trying to reach out. That's a little bit of the opposite effect in that sense, right? Yeah. But they're literally finding themselves lurking after him to touch his fucking shoulder. That's the energy that man brought, apparently. This vibration of a prophet. Apparently.
It was magnetic.
I'm not saying this, guys. I have heard this from other people. These aren't my words.
No, he was literally magnetic. You just gravitated towards him, and we know that's gravity's BS. But we'll get into that real quick. We love, I just, everybody, we're not going to be able to explain all of the inconsistencies with these stories, but we're going to put a link to Sean's documentary. I really encourage everybody to see it. And then once you watch Sean's documentary, he did it a great way. It's only about 30 minutes, but then there's ones that are 4 or 5 hours, so you guys can see it, that even dive deeper if you really don't, but like if Sean's doesn't convince you enough, which it should, there's even a more plethora. Sean did kind of the,
compressed.
Compressed version. I'm just saying,
short attention span nowadays, but I want to explain to people real quick. The second kid there's no evidence whatsoever, because people probably are like, I thought he said 2 kids. You explained the first. The second one, it was unanimously decided by a jury of our peers that this lady was in it for the money. The Hispanic lady that just kept bringing the kid there all the time. Literally didn't care about anything but money. It was unanimous. Again, it was unanimous that she was doing it for money. They even talked, I believe one of these big mainstream networks talked to the jury after that trial. It was beyond unanimous. So again, stand-up comedy, mainstream media, mockumentaries, this is what has brainwashed a nation on one of the greatest people that ever walked our earth.
No, you're exactly right. Now, we watch all that. Just real quick, though, play shot number 6. This is such a funny, or that's a TikTok breakdown. Actually, play shot number 7. Shot number 7, sorry. This is such a funny story, and I believe this story is true. I want to get your opinion on it, Sean.
Sure.
Fast forward years later, Tupac is dating one of the daughters. I think it was Khadijah.
Yeah.
You know, Mike and Quincy was tight.
Right.
Michael Jackson watched Quincy Jones' daughters grow up. Tupac comes out the party, disrespecting Khadijah, like, bitch, shut up, come fuck on, shut the fuck up and get in the car. Mike stepped to him, yo, you can't talk to her like that. He was like, Mike, mind your fucking business. Mike was like, fuck no, that's like my niece. You ain't gonna just talk to her like that. Michael Jackson and Tupac start rumbling. Michael Jackson beat his ass. They said Tupac loved to fight, but he can't fight.
Tupac and Michael.
Tupac and Michael Jackson.
Now,
You gotta remember, number one, Mike came up in the house with how many brothers? Do you got brothers?
No.
You ain't got brothers. You got brothers? Okay, so I have 4 brothers. That's how I learned how to fight.
And Michael Jackson was in great shape, dancer. I believe that he kicked Tupac's ass. His cardio had to be way better.
It's a believable story. I know Tupac, from what I've read, is a little bitch, but
yeah, I heard Tupac's gay.
I don't know.
I think Tupac was gay now that I see all that acting stuff. Something about Tupac seems a little...
but let me comment on that real quick. Again, it's not believable to me only because Michael was a lover, not a fighter. So the whole story kind of throws me off. The guy doesn't really seem as sincere as I want him to. I want the story to be true. I'm not going to default to it, but I will tell you this though: it would have happened in real life if it did, because Michael was a black belt, not a bitch.
I see. So, I didn't even realize that he's a black belt, and he was in good. He was in, like, even in his last days, he took the propofol, which they killed him. That doctor
last
killed
days, Alex. Last days, bro.
I know, but what I'm saying
Don't buy into that shit. CNN told you he died that day. We'll get into that another time.
We can. Do you think, though, that he is on Epstein Island, metaphorically? You do think that he was replaced? Because this is why I think they actually, and I do watch a lot of the videos. I watch RV. I watch people talk about how that, he can go off and be real. But I do think they killed him because Sony wanted all those, his records. They wanted the originals of all that music. So wouldn't they have a motive, right, to actually kill him?
I don't. Oh, of course. You got an hour for motives.
Yeah, I know. But you do think that he checked out.
Of course they wanted to get rid of him. But my point is this: if you think there's anyone that's untouchable, it would have been him, in my opinion, man. He rolled deep with security, and he lay low for a long time, especially when they were coming after him. Obviously, we're not going to get into this, but we know that they don't care about a song. Yeah. We know why the shit started hitting the fan in the media about this guy molesting someone.
In that song, he criticized Jewish people in the music industry, which is very, controversial at the time. Probably still would be controversial to CNN today. But he did call out the Jewish control of music, and then he died shortly thereafter. It is kind of, it is unusual.
Well, no, well, let me correct you a little there, Hare. Shortly thereafter, it was this blow up of he's a child molester.
Yeah.
And it seems like all of the Jewish controlled, puppets in Hollywood made sure that they were running with that agenda in their opinions, in their stand up comedy and their skit writing. They were making sure that they were riding that train, because that was a good train to get on. Just like the jab train, it was one of those trains back then where they're like, jump on that, we'll promote the shit out of you because we're trying to destroy this guy. But anyways, yeah, man, Michael is a very misunderstood person. I wouldn't think he's the most misunderstood person in our history, but he's definitely in the top few, in my opinion. I mean, people just don't understand him. It's hard to explain away his nose surgeries and all this stuff that he did to his face. And we could all blame it on his father, the Freemasonic piece of shit he was.
He did get burned. People don't realize that Pepsi commercial, he did get burned. So once you start getting surgery, I think it's like tattoos. It's kind of addicting, I think. And I think that's why
I thought that too, Alex. I have actually thought that. I don't claim that because I don't know. I don't like to say stuff I don't know, but I do, like, in terms of speculation, yes. I think that they were trying to get rid of him or send him warnings at a bare minimum. And I think that attempt at Pepsi was on purpose. It looked on purpose. Didn't seem like anyone cared as he was walking down Vernon. That's the superstar standing there. You run as fast as you can. You don't jog there. And it just seemed weird to me. And then I think he broke his nose on the fall. His head split open. But I want people to know this fact in case they're wondering what this vitiligo skin disease was all about with Michael Jackson, because people think that he bleached his skin to look like a white person. Which I disagree with. I actually believed that when I was little, but as I researched, the vitiligo disease was real. Yeah. And why do you guys think, I mean, I should have started with this, but why do you think he wore a glove?
Why? Why? I thought it was just
It started on his hand. The patches started on his hand. It started on his hand, and then it went to the other hand. Then he started wearing 2 gloves, and it started to spread, man. So, his people were like, what the fuck? You look like a leopard. We can't send you out there. And they started to take the lightest blotch of white pigment, no pigmentation, the white, like this color kind of, but a little less. It got worse and worse as you keep going. Look at, what's her name? Sia? I forgot
there's people with vitiligo right now. What's the home run hitter for the Cubs?
Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, it's, again, the media spun that. This is even before the calling out the Jews. Before that, they didn't like him, man. They don't want someone, Alex, now or then. They don't want anyone talking about heal the world, talking about we are the world, talking about, they don't want that. That is shifting consciousness when you have, and I won't say millions, that's nowadays people, billions of people singing that, holding hands, loving one another. Man, they don't shut that shit off, dude. Yeah, I mean, there was no more Thriller after he figured out what this occult shit was about. Look, man, Michael was naive just like anyone. I mean, imagine having his life. He probably was more naive, but he had intelligence. I think eventually he got to the facts of what's going on in Hollywood. And I feel like there's more involved with his death than you think. But that conversation could be another time.
Yeah.
That one's longer than this one. This one's pretty easy. You nailed it just in a few sentences in the intro about the FBI, all this stuff. Yeah. And people go, "Whoa, Hibbeler, the FBI is, they're not on our side." Dude, they would have fucking arrested him at any chance they could. But
they made him. They said that one of the kids said that Michael Jackson had like a birthmark on his genital area. They supposedly made Michael Jackson drop trout, and there was no birth control or birth. What is it called? Birthmark. I can't even think of it.
Yeah.
You're saying there's no birthmark where this kid supposedly said there was, and Michael Jackson took off his pants. If the FBI,
another big one is that James Safechuck, I believe it was the
he said he was molested in the train house. It wasn't even built yet.
It wasn't built yet. Exactly. See, this is the thing. They know, though, Alex, that I'll be fair because the world's changing, that 80%, maybe 70% of the world will never look into that, Alex. 0% chance that they do any fucking research to see if that's verified or fact check or whatever. They don't do that. They're just like, oh, look, the HBO said it and that's the gospel. And well, fuck him. I hate Michael Jackson now. And that's how easy it is. As you know, they can make anyone hate anyone.
That's true. Okay, we only got you for a couple more minutes. Play full screen 11 and 12. Buzz Lightyear, a.k.a. Buzz Aldrin, the second man to get on the moon besides Neil Armstrong. Supposedly typed out this long thing. Go to the last paragraph of it. Now, Jimmy, read this as fast as you can.
In this election, we have a choice, and we all have one vote. For some, the choice may not be easy, but in times of uncertainty, real leaders are most needed to guide and inspire people to push through the noise, recognize what really matters, and accomplish missions critical to all citizens. Most Americans rightly consider it an honor to cast cast their vote for a leader they believe will best serve the nation. For me, the future of our country to meet enormous challenges and for the proven policy accomplishments above, I believe we are best served by voting for real Donald Trump. I wholeheartedly endorse him for President of the United States. Godspeed, Donald Trump, and God bless the United States of America.
So the Freemason that fake walked on the moon just endorsed Donald Trump. That makes me feel weird. Sean, how does that make you feel?
Well, I felt weird about Trump once he's, in Israel touching the wall. That made me feel weird.
I like that part. I thought that was funny with him and Ben Shapiro. That cracked me up. That made me actually tickle.
Either way you look at it, man, you can't trust these people. I mean, look.
Who are these people?
At the end of
no, I'm kidding.
No, it's not even about. But in general, in reality, I'm talking about politicians at the moment, though.
Mm-hmm.
The politicians, you can't trust them, man. You're able to go sit in the White House, and you're like, where the people are supposed to trust that you got there in a legal way. What's the legal way? The Federal Reserve getting involved, the FBI, the CIA, that you think they're going to allow someone to run the country if they don't want them to run the country? Do you think that there's even a possible chance that someone could just, they're just going to get all these votes and X, Y, and Z? Look, man, most people are questioning nowadays how both sides are controlled by the same guys. It's sad because obviously gun to my head, gun to your head. Yeah, of course you pick Trump over Harris in terms of just the power structure of Trump putting his suit on and telling someone in another country to go fuck themselves. The problem is he's telling the wrong people to go fuck themselves. He needs to look Bibi in the eye and say, go fuck yourself. Goodbye.
He's not going to do that.
But
he's not.
No, he's not. And that's the thing. It's not even about Bibi or Israel. It's mostly about Trump versus Harris is Stone Cold versus The Rock. It's Goldberg versus the NWO. It's wrestling entertainment. And I'm not really paying attention to it, man. I'm living life without paying attention to that shit. And people act like you need to pay attention. It's going to affect your life. It's never affected my life. Not one day did either candidate, winning or losing, affect my day-to-day life. If that is controlling your life, that's fucking sad. That's all. Like, it does have nothing to do with you, man. If you don't like the state regulations where you live, fucking move. I left Cali.
I know. Move to a different. That's what I say. Like, I'm anti-abortion, but I don't disagree with some states having an abortion and others not having it. I mean, I don't agree with it, but I understand that if you want to have an abortion, you can go to that state. That's just how it should be, state by state. But that's.
No, they should send them to Israel. It's probably free.
Yeah, it probably is. Okay, well, listen, we love Israel. Thank you so much, Benjamin Netanyahu, and thank you, Dr. Fauci, for the vaccine. And that was made Pfizer, located in Tel Aviv. We love that one. Okay, this last thing, we actually got to kick you off because we got to get back to our in-studio guest, Vidar. But real quick, full screen 910. What's your and everybody go follow Sean right now. Hibbeler Productions on YouTube. That's a direct order. That is not a suggestion. It's a call to action. Real quick, full screen 910. Look at this. Sean, give me your instant reaction. Is the Rizzler a Freemason in the Illuminati doing the one-eye symbolism, the Eye of Providence, which proves all-seeing eye that they can see and control us through their manipulation of currency and mass media and everything else that they use to manipulate us?
I would need to know what show this is from.
Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon?
Whoa, that's a big difference.
Jimmy Fallon
sure
last
Fallon?
night, The Tonight Show on NBC.
Well, because I'm just saying, because Kimmel does his set in a
Freemason thing.
temple.
I know, and he has the MM, which is 33. He has.
You were out there with me and Val that day, for a little bit. Now this Fallon, dude, I wouldn't put it past them, man. They're in a secret club. If they had to tell this kid to scratch his eye midway through, I'd believe it.
It's confirmed. The Rizzler's in the Illuminati. All right,
I don't
Sean,
know who this kid is.
Yeah, he's look him up. The Rizzler. He's an icon. Sean, thank you so much. We got to go, but everybody go follow Sean Hibbeler. Shout out your Twitter and your Instagram. Is it right there? Okay, everybody shout it out.
Yeah. Instagram is Hibbeler_Productions. Twitter's @HibblerTruth, and then my website's HibblerProductions.com. So thank you. And I also got some other stuff on Rumble that obviously won't make YouTube. So, but yeah, check me out. I appreciate you having me on, Alex. Maybe we can get to round 2 of this another time.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely need to dive deeper. And Sean, always a pleasure to talk to you. L'chaim and Mazel Tov to you and your family. I know they're gonna go get a matzo ball soup and a pastrami Reuben sandwich. And
no synagogue of Satan for me, man. But God bless
the
you guys.
synagogue of goodness, the synagogue of matzo ball soup. Goodbye, Sean. I love you.
God bless and
you.
Love to your audience and let's get out of this war alive, guys. Okay, let's win this shit. Let's win the mental war. All right, guys.
Amen. It is a war for your mind. All right, he was a pretty controversial guy, Vidar. What did you think about him?
It was a fucking wild ride to listen to this shit.
Do you think that Israel has an unfair control of American government officials?
Dude, you're talking to the wrong dude, man.
What does your gut tell you?
Let's go with, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh my God.
We'll go with
Jimmy,
that.
edit that part out. No, they don't. They just happen to all be doctors and music industry people just because they're talented. All right. Now, guys, the second presidential... Maybe we should take a break in between. Let's just pause for a second, and then we'll do the ad. All right. And now, the second presidential debate exposed the blatant truth. The media is no longer just biased. It's controlling the narrative. Kamala was given free rein to lie without a single fact check, while President Trump was bombarded with constant interruptions and phony corrections. It's glaringly obvious we are living in a media-controlled state. From President Biden's quiet exit from the political scene to Kamala's carefully orchestrated rise and the persistent efforts to undermine and even harm President Trump, the media's hand has been evident throughout. Blaze Media is the antidote. While mainstream outlets distort and deceive, Blaze Media is committed to delivering the truth for those who love and fight for the American way of life. We refuse to be controlled or silenced. At a time when media manipulation is at its peak, independent platforms like Blaze TV are more crucial now than ever. We also post our exclusive uncensored content and our Monday show on Blaze TV. That's why right now we're offering our biggest discount yet, $40 off an annual subscription. If you love this show and you support what Blaze Media stands for, visit blazetv.com/primetime and use the code PIMP40 at checkout to join the movement. America deserves the truth. You deserve the truth. Blaze Media is here to deliver it. All right, Vidar, that's basically our whole show. What did you think about today? I feel like I did connect with you. We learned that I'm a little more disabled than you.
Yeah.
We did learn that. What else did we learn, Vidar?
We learned that...
Michael Jackson is innocent?
Yeah. That was so fucking... That's a bombshell right there, yeah.
Alex, I learned about Squirmy and Groobs. I wish I never knew they existed.
Yeah, Squirmy and Grooves. He's going to be the next Squirmy and Grooves. I'm telling you, when I'm done with Vidar, he is going to be the biggest. He's going to crush them in views and subscribers. Vidar, I'm about to hook you up with this ex-Playboy Playmate, and you guys are going to be a couple, and you're going to be more subscribers.
Yeah, give me her number right away after the show, and I got this shit.
Jimmy, would you go produce his show so you can start producing mine?
What's the pay?
$0.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
but Olive Garden gift cards?
Zero. Less than
For
nothing.
the love of the game.
Yeah, charge it to
love
the
of the game.
Okay. You know
Do you
what?
love
That's
the
tempting.
game? Do you love the game of producing?
Oh, absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
especially for Vidar.
Yeah, you're hired.
I'm hired?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Bye, Jimmy. See ya. Jimmy has a daughter.
Alex, we have some big McDonald's news.
Oh, yeah. The
Big McDonald's?
ice cream machine's not going to be broken anymore. What is this? Set number full screen 13?
Yeah, are you gonna use your points to go get some ice cream after this?
You want to see how many McDonald's points I have, Vidar? How many McDonald's points do you have?
I have exactly 0.
Okay, that's why you're so thin. This is why we need to get you. Dude, that's not. You need to get these McDonald's points in for my damn Apple load. So what does this say that they're doing? What?
McDonald's now has the legal right to repair their ice cream machines. I guess before.
Oh yeah,
because
they used to have a contract with it. Look how many points does that say, Vidar? 14,000.
14,647.
Did you see that, Jimmy? I got over 14,000 points.
Have you just never redeemed them?
I have actually been redeeming them quite a lot. As a matter of fact.
Do you go to McDonald's every day?
I go for every day. My girlfriend Paige goes every day, and we get them chicken Big Macs, and she eats all them chickens. She be eating, but my girl's pretty. She got that booty full of that Mickey D's. Bringing that booty ready, girl. I'm bringing you Mickey D's tonight. Fries, large. All right, Vidar, tell the people where they can find you and support you before we go.
Instagram at Vidar Lunde. Put that shit down. Yeah, my name. Fuck yeah. There. That way. Yeah.
Is America really, what's better, Sweden or America? Honestly, because I love America, but I'm kind of sick of America because it's so crazy and nobody can afford a house. And you say there's more opportunity here, but
I mean, for my comedy.
Yeah, for
comedy is like a bigger scene, but America's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking crazy.
It seems way more dangerous. It's like you left it. I mean, Sweden's safe, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at the crime rate in Sweden.
I mean, it's we have some crime, dude.
Let's see.
We have some crime, but it's not the same. And you're fucking.
Let's see. I'm looking up crime rate in Sweden versus United States. Okay,
So Sweden, oh my gosh, you have a 0.89 murder rate. America has a 5 murder rate. So we have over 5 times the murders you have.
Yeah, the 0.8 is just my work.
Okay, total crimes a year. You guys are ranked 16th. We are ranked first with 11.8 million crimes.
America, baby.
You only have 1 million crimes. You're ranked 16th. And then let's see what else. Yeah, you guys are rated a lot better than us. Even your police officers are ranked better than ours as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice country, man.
It is. All right, Jimmy.
You should come visit.
Are you going to move to Sweden to produce Vidar's show?
Hell yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah. Swedish OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy does need an OnlyFans. Okay, so we got Vidar's social media. His dad, Olev, give a shout out to his dad. His dad's a badass. Olev, come on real quick. Let's just say goodbye. Your dad is such a badass. He drove you all the way here from Sweden. You guys drove from Sweden, Olev? Is that true?
Yeah, of course.
How did you drive here? Did you just stay in the boat?
We drove to the airport.
You drove to the airport, and then they put the car on the plane, and you were on a on a 777, and then you
That's
flew.
how it works, yeah.
Yeah, that's
here.
Yeah.
That's how every Swede will travel here.
I see where you get your good looks. Your dad's a very handsome man. Are you married, Olev? Are you single?
I'm married. Yeah.
And how many brothers and sisters you have?
I got fucking 5.
Damn, dude. So you're freaking.
Yeah, they be fucking.
Yeah, dude, Olev. Somebody's Pound Town, and he's a sculptor. Damn, you're a stud. All right, guys, everybody go follow my man, Vidar. He's the man. We love Vidar. All right, guys, we end the show the same way every time. DJ, hit that beat. Yo, sitting in a chair, and you know I don't care. Give me that mic, and I rap real tight, and I rap with Vidar in my chair, and I don't care what you say. Vidar is a player's gotta play, and you know I'm sitting fat, and you know I like a pussy cat to sit on my lap. How you like that? Rat-a-tat-tat, Vidar's got the tat on his knee. Can't you see? Vidar and me, VIP. Hit the like, hit it right, and you drink a little Sprite. All right, guys, that's our show. I love you. And I just want to say awareness to all the colorblind people out there. You are the real disabled. Sitting in a wheelchair is not that bad. It's actually
It's the best, dude.
It's pretty good. Vidar, it's not bad at all. Love you guys. Peace.
Bye.